In the farmhouse kitchen that rises before the sun, steam curls off a cracked mug as bacon fat hisses and the smell of wood smoke settles into the flour-dusted air. You can let your shoulders come down now. There's nothing here that needs solving, and nowhere you have to be. Tonight we'll sit quietly inside one old room, a farmhouse kitchen set high on a hill, hours before anyone else in the house has stirred. There's a reason this room wakes first. In homes like this one, more than 100 years ago, only a single fire was ever left burning through the whole night. Not the parlor, not the cold bedrooms upstairs, only the kitchen. And so, without anyone deciding it aloud, this became the first room in the entire house to hold light. Not the light of the sun, but the low red light of embers that someone had chosen to keep alive. Someone always rose in the dark to feed them. We'll come to know who and why they never let the fire go out. For now, just breathe, slow and easy, and let the hill grow still around you. Picture the embers first because they were here before anyone woke. Under a low iron stove, a bed of coals glows the deep orange of an apple left too long in the sun. They breathe on their own, brightening and dimming, in a rhythm older than clocks. A thread of gray smoke rises straight up and leans at last toward the chimney. The iron is warm to stand near. The stone floor around it has been swept so many thousands of times that it shines faintly, even in the dark. No one is here yet, just the fire, keeping itself, the way it has every night for years. There's nowhere it needs to be. There's nowhere you need to be either. You don't have to do anything with this. You can simply watch the coals settle and glow, and feel your own breathing find that same slow pace. In, out, warm, quiet. The room holds. Now look to the window, where the world outside is still deep blue. Frost has drawn itself across the lower panes in feathered lines, fine as lace, edge meeting edge. Beyond the glass, the fields lie under a thin skin of cold. The hill, the low stone wall, the bare orchard, all of it holding perfectly still. No bird has spoken yet. No lamp burns in any other window for miles. It is the hour that belongs to no one, the hour before dawn. Inside, the kitchen glass fogs softly at its center, warmed from within, in a single bead of water gathers and slides slowly down. The cold presses its face to the window and cannot get in. That's the quiet arrangement of this room. The fire held on one side, the frost held on the other, and a thin pane of glass keeping the two apart, all night long without complaint. Then in the darkness, a door opens somewhere down the hall. Soft footsteps. The keeper of the kitchen has woken, as she does, long before the sun. We won't crowd her. We'll watch from across the room, the way you'd watch someone you love move about a place they know by heart. She crosses the floor without a candle, because her feet already know each board. She stops at the stove. There is the small iron creak of a door swung open, and the coals throw a sudden warm light up across the low wooden ceiling, across the hanging pots, across the rows of jars along the shelf. For a moment, the whole kitchen glows amber, like the inside of a held lantern. She stands there a breath, letting the warmth reach her face and her hands. Then she reaches for the wood. This is the first task of her whole day, and she does it slowly, because there is no faster way that would be any better. While the fire takes the new wood, step with me to the back door for just a moment. She's opened it to bring in another armful, and the cold slides in around her ankles like water. Outside, the yard is silver gray now, not blue, the very first loosening of the night. A rooster shifts on his perch in the low barn, but does not yet call. Somewhere down the slope, a stream runs under a lid of thin ice, talking to itself. The stack of split wood waits under its slanted roof, pale and frost-touched, and she chooses 2 logs by weight and grain the way another person might choose words. Her breath hangs in the air and drifts. She isn't hurrying the morning. She knows the way farm people know that the sun keeps its own hours and answers to nobody. All she can do is have the fire ready when it comes. So she does without a trace of worry. Here's the thing about this fire, the reason she never lets it die. Relighting a cold stove in the dark with flint and tinder and frozen fingers could take the better part of an hour. But a fire that's only sleeping, a bed of coals, banked low and covered, wakes in minutes. So the last thing done each night is the quiet, careful burying of the embers under a soft gray blanket of ash, so they'll smolder till morning without flame. And the first thing done each day is uncovering them again. Keep the coal alive, and you keep the whole house alive. The porridge, the warm water, the bread, the heat that everyone downstairs will wake into and never once think about. It's a small, unglamorous faithfulness, repeated every single night of a life. No one thanks her for it, and still before the sun, she rises and she keeps it. That is the whole quiet art of this room. Watch the kettle now, black and heavy, set square over the waking flames. For a long while, nothing seems to happen. Then a single thread of steam lifts from the spout, thin, pale, almost silver in the low light, and curls and vanishes. Another follows. The water inside begins its small private conversation, a faint ticking of metal and a rising hush. Steam gathers along the cold iron lid and beads, runs, and drips back with a tiny hiss. There's no rushing this either. Heat moves at the speed heat moves. You can feel your own thoughts slowing to match it, the way a busy day, when you finally set it down, keeps unspooling for a while and then, at last, goes still. Let it. There's nothing you need to hold on to now. The kettle will sing when it's ready and not 1 second before. Until then, there is only steam and warmth in the pale gray light thickening at the window. Now she lights the lamp. A match rasps, flares blue, then softens to gold, and she touches it to the wick. The flame catches and steadies, and a warm circle of light opens across the long wooden table. The scarred, scrubbed table where thousands of meals have been kneaded and cut and shared. Flour still ghosts the surface from yesterday's bread. She sets down the cracked mug, the one with the hairline running through its glaze that she has meant to replace for years and never will, because it fits her hand. She pours. Steam curls off the top and drifts sideways through the lamplight. And for one small, unhurried moment, she simply stands there in the amber, both hands warm around the cup, saying nothing, needing nothing. This is the reward the fire gives back. Not the bread yet, not the day yet. Just this, a warm cup, a lit room, and the whole silent house still safely asleep behind her. Lift up now, gently above the roof. From here, the farmhouse is one small shape on a dark hill, and its kitchen window is the only spot of warm gold in a wide gray country. All around, the land is waking without a sound. The eastern sky has turned the faint pearl gray of the inside of a shell. Fog lies in the low fields like spilled milk, unmoving. A single line of smoke rises from the chimney, straight and thin, the only sign that anyone anywhere is awake. Miles off, another farm shows its own small light, and then another, a scatter of tiny fires across the valley, each one kept by someone who rose in the dark. Each one thinking they were alone. They weren't. All across the hills before the sun, the kitchens were quietly holding the light for everyone still sleeping. You are part of that scatter now, one small, warm window in the dark. Come back down into the warm room. The bread is rising in its bowl by the stove, swelling slow under a cloth. The kettle has gone quiet. The lamp burns low and even, and the light at the window has changed. It's no longer the lamp doing all the work now. A thin, cool gray has begun to seep in from the east, laying itself across the floor she swept, mixing with the amber until you can't quite say where one ends and the other starts. She notices. She always notices this moment. And she does the thing she does every morning without fail. She leans over and she turns the lamp down, just a little, because the day is coming to help her carry the light now. And there's no sense burning oil the morning will give for free. Small economies, small faithfulness, the steady, unhurried keeping of a life that no one is watching. There's an old idea worth carrying to sleep, and this room has been quietly living it all night. The philosopher Epictetus taught that some things are up to us and some things are not, and that peace is knowing the difference. She cannot command the sun. She cannot hurry the frost off the glass or make the dawn arrive 1 minute sooner. Those were never hers to hold, but the fire was hers. The banking of it at night, the feeding of it before light, the keeping of one warm room in a cold house. All of that she could do, and so all of that she did, without worry, without hurry. Watch the last of the frost on the window now, its fine crystal edges beginning to soften and bead as the room's warmth finally reaches them. She never fought the cold. She simply kept the fire and let the cold do as the cold does. And now the sun, it doesn't burst, it seeps. The pearl gray sky along the hill goes rose, then pale gold, and the fog in the fields begins to lift and thin, letting the orchard and the stone wall show through like a photograph slowly developing. Inside, the amber of the fire and the gold of the sunrise meet across the kitchen floor and become one single light, and you can no longer tell the kept fire from the given day. That was the whole quiet secret of this room. The kitchen never waited for the sun. It kept its own small light through the dark, so that when the sun finally came, it wasn't a rescue, it was a reunion. You can feel your thoughts drifting like that fog now, softening at the edges, lifting, letting the far field show. There's nothing left to keep. The morning has it now. So rest now. There's nothing left for you to tend. The embers still glow their deep, quiet orange under the iron, banked low, breathing on their own. Steam still curls off a cracked mug in a warm and waiting room. The frost is melting from the glass. The bread is rising under its cloth. The house sleeps on, and everything it needs has already been kept. You don't have to rise in the dark. You don't have to feed anything tonight. Somewhere, a warm room is holding the light, and it's holding it for you. Sleep now. The harbor of that little kitchen has you. Good night.